Hey peeps, Paji here from GameStun. Today I'm gonna show you guys the best way to farm materials to upgrade your Artian weapons. Now the first thing is going to be here. If you go over here to Gamma, now if you go to reinforce and dismantle Artian weapons, for instance here, go to Gamma. If you want to reinforce these items here, we're gonna need Oricalcite, Artian, Speculite and Aricite or something like that. So yeah, basically to get these materials, you want to go over here to the guy here. So you want to head to Roku here and you want to take smelt ore here. Now you can see here are the materials: Aricite, Speculite, Artian, and Oricalcite. Now, if you want to craft them here, you're gonna need monster materials. Now, you probably already have a ton. Now, the ones you're not gonna use at all, you can already spend them here, but I doubt it's gonna be enough to do like all your weapons. If you're like me and you're playing multiple weapons, you're gonna need more materials. Now, as you can see, something like a Chatacabra only gives like 30 points. Like the early monsters only give 30 points right here, right? And it's not until like almost like Redao, something like that here, Redao gives 70 to 80 points. So Redao is a pretty good option if you want to farm him for the points, but it's not the best one right here, right? Now the same is here, Nuundra, also 70 to 80 points here. And then here we have Jin the Hat, gives you also 70-80 points for the materials from him. Also Garmagala, also the same here. And then by far the best one you can actually get the most bang for your buck for is Arcfeld materials. So I have been farming all Arcfeld for quite a bit, and I already spent a lot of the materials here, but you can see it's like 90 to 100 points for all his materials here, and even the gem gives you like 1,000 points. So yeah, the best way to actually do is to farm him, but it's not going to be like him alone. The best way is to do him with another monster together. Now if you come over here to Alma and you go to the quest counter right here, you can see I already have a couple of investigations here. Now this one is a really good one because it also gives you extra monster materials. So these ones are really good, and you basically get him then, and you get a Rathian with him here. So you're gonna get extra materials from him and the Rathian right here, right? Now if you don't have these ones at all, you can actually just rest in the tent and then just wait until you find a quest, something like this right here. Now there's other ones you can also do. If you get something like this that gives you like 2 extra materials, it's also not bad to do. You can also do that one. It's gonna go a little bit quicker, the hunt, but you're not gonna get the Rathian materials, right? So it's gonna be better to do him like this. Now here for instance you can see it's like 6 extra materials, so this one is also a really good one to do. Now if I've done one of the quests, most of the time I get like 20 to 30 materials roughly that are worth like 90 to 100. So yeah, you have to farm them a bit, but it's not that much. But that's only the Arcfeld materials. If you count in the Rathian materials, there's another 15, around 15 there, maybe 10, 15. Yeah, it's gonna be like a bunch, you know. Now the thing is, what you can do is you can go into your tent here and you can rest, for instance here, right? So basically if you rest, you can choose here. I choose, most of the time I choose plenty because I don't tend to do Redao, I only do him. And then I take like just morning here, and then you basically need to pay 300 points, and if you rest, time will pass by. Also your harvest box will fill up, so it's also really good if you want to traverse for some materials there. And then here I open my map here and I'm looking around if I get something here. That's actually pretty good. There's nothing here that's worth it, right? So yeah, what you want to do then again, go back in to your tent, rest again. Now we rested about 4 times and we didn't get it yet, but we got this one right here. So this one is also a really good quest here. It's also really good because it will give you a bunch of the materials you need to craft your weapons, so that's also a really good quest. So let's open it up here, environment, and if you press square for environment, create quest here. Now you can see this one also 2 monsters, and there's 1 Garmagala here, right? So those materials are about like 70 to 80 a pop. Yeah, also 2 extra here. but you get these ones here, also a really good one. Now you can keep on resting until you get like the other one. I did it, I got it like I don't know, it was like a couple of times that I got the first one, and then the second one I also had to like rest a couple of times, also get that one there. It's not that hard at all. And then we can create a quest here, and then you can already save it to an investigation. Now you get an extra run if you save it to an investigation, and then you basically do it. So if you begin your field survey here, you can already start the quest up here, and then you get like an extra run for this one here. Also a pretty good one for materials, but I would still suggest like just resting until you get like an arc felt with some materials there, or you get an arc felt with like another monster. It's even gonna be better, right? Now if you would take into consideration, if you would use about around like 100 of these materials here, you get about 9,000 points. So that's about 30 of these ores you're gonna get. Now you're gonna need 10 to upgrade like once, so to get like one new skill on there. So that means per 100 of those materials you're using from arc felt only, already you're gonna be able to like add 3 skills there. Now if you like take in consideration that you're gaining about 20 to 30 from arc felt, and then you're also getting some from like Raffian or another monster, you should be getting there in about like 4 hunts, and then you should have like 100 materials of arc felt and combined with the other one to get like a couple of levels of your new weapon, you know. So yeah, it is the fastest way. It is a bummer though, because we had something similar happen before in Monster Hunter Rise, where we basically needed to like farm Narwa. It was the most efficient way to actually get like the talisman melding. It was in a base game like that, and here it's pretty much the same. The only difference is you're gonna fight them in different environments, and there can be other monsters, you know. If you do it with like Raffian, something else there, you can have them with another monster there, so there is a little bit more variety. Now the other hunts you also can do is like in Uduna, something like that. It also gives like 70 to 80 points. Reidao and Gormagala, those ones are going to be good. And then yeah, the best one by far is going to be Arcfelt, you know. Now there's another one, Jinda Hat. He also gives like 80 to 90 points, but I wouldn't do him. He just takes way too long. If you have like a really good group, you can actually do him, you know. But yeah, it's 70 to 80, so yeah, it's not kind of worth it, you know. He also has like the phases where he goes to the next spot and then the next spot and the next spot. It's just gonna take way too long. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It is the best way to do Arcfelt. You can do the other ones too. I would switch around, you know, so the game doesn't get boring. Because I understand if you're only gonna like grind Arcfelt like I was doing, it kind of gets like a little bit tiresome and irritating. But yeah, it is the fastest way than the other monsters, Uduna, Reidao, and Gormagala. So yeah, that was basically it for the video, peeps. If it was helpful in any ways, please remember to leave a like and a sub. Keep yourself safe, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Laters.